Welcome to the Realm. I'm Scott Schemmel from Sports Realm, here with my two co-hosts, Severin Mull and Max DeCoux. And today we have just witnessed the 2021 NFL Draft that was live in Cleveland, Ohio. And it looked like it was a good experience for everyone because it was the first time that they got to be back in person. So they got to,
Fully vaccinated. Cool to see.
fully vaccinated. Everyone was tested. They got to hug the commissioner. So that had to be a good feeling for them compared to last year's draft participants. So we're going to take you through the first 10 picks of the draft. So we will start with the obvious first pick, that being Trevor Lawrence. So Severin, what's your opinion on the pick?
Yeah, like the people commentating, they said Trevor Lawrence was expected to be number one pick since he was like 14 years old, which
Oh,
I didn't know who he was back then, but I
same.
definitely know who he was when he got to Clemson,
Oh yeah, obviously.
won a national championship, and everybody was thinking, all right, well, we know who the number one draft pick is when he comes out. So he lived up to the billing. He didn't improve his stock really from his freshman year, but his stock was already so sky high that it was never a question.
Yeah,
He's gonna be on one pick. He has the size, running ability, mobility, accuracy. He checks all the boxes, and it was an easy choice for Jacksonville.
yeah, he does. Max, what's your opinion on it?
Yeah, pretty not much to say about this. It's pretty
Opposite
unanimous
attention?
decision. Everybody knew this was happening. Everybody had known this was coming. No
Mm,
surprises. The Jaguars get what they needed in a quarterback, and hopefully he should be able to be a solid piece at quarterback for the Jaguars, which is something they haven't had in a minute.
all right. Well, yeah, my opinion on the pick by Jacksonville, you guys are both right. It was an obvious pick, like Severin said, since he was 14, it was just insane. It's unbelievable. Kind of seems unrealistic, but I mean, they say it. I mean, it happened. But I mean, I think he'll fit good with Urban Meyer's system down there in Jacksonville. They just start trying to get that started, and I think there's no one better to start it out. And I feel like he's like Urban Meyer got a really lucky position with this because to have the number one pick and have it be a guy like Trevor Lawrence, which
Yeah,
is
that's why he took the job.
yeah,
Yeah.
as a QB1 ready to go guy, I think there's no doubt. But I do have one question aside from the draft. Let's say that if you had to choose between Joe Burrow and um, Trevor Lawrence, who would you pick with that number one pick?
I'm not an NFL draft expert by any means,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, going off what you hear is Joe Burrows had a fantastic year, broke the record for touchdowns in a season,
Uh-huh.
but he only has 1 year of starts, whereas Trevor Lawrence has 3 years of starts where he's
Yeah,
proven and just his tools are like
that is
you can't get like fewer holes in a prospect. So I mean, it would be tough depending on what you want,
it
but
would.
I mean, you would probably go Trevor Lawrence just because he's a safer bet because he started 3 seasons versus Joe Burrow's 1 year.
Yeah, true. All right. Well,
What
yeah,
about
Max, what do you
Max?
think?
Yeah, Severin, you put it exactly how I would have said.
Mhm.
While Joe Burrow did have one of the most historic college football seasons of all time, I just don't think that you can rival that to the consistent level of play that Trevor Lawrence has had. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'd pick Lawrence too.
But with
Maybe
Herbert,
it would be pretty interesting if it was last year and they were both in the same draft class. I think that would be a really interesting draft to see who would turn out on
yeah,
top.
if you had someone throw 50 touchdowns, I mean, in the moment, like it would be like near
Yeah,
impossible because you'd just be off of Joe Burrow's national title. That would
insane.
be tough.
Like yeah, it would be
That would,
hard
that would be
decision.
tough.
Yeah, but okay, so let's move on to the number two pick by Severin's New York Jets. They picked up Zach Wilson, quarterback. So, what's your opinion from BYU?
So, like the Jets fan base, we've been through a lot. We all know we cleaned out Adam Gase,
Sam Darnold.
trying to cleared out Sam Darnold. We're trying to build a new culture because like we've been basically brainwashed, or like I don't know, but like we were told Trevor is the Messiah, Trevor's the savior.
Yeah,
Like
and
I
then
know we're absolute trash this year when we started out losing every single game,
yeah,
and then we ended up winning 2 games, which is cool. I don't want to be the worst team in the league, so I was cool with that. But
mhm,
then it's like, well, we're supposed to have a Messiah, but we didn't. And then Zach Wilson, he's someone that was nowhere near on anybody's like first round draft board. But then this year, he kind of had the talent and some splashes on tape. But then this year, he put it all together, had a fantastic statistical year, and
mhm.
you get to his pro day, he's just so talented.
He
The amount of
performed.
angles he can throw,
Mhm.
it's like a video game character almost. Like if you put up all the badges on Madden with the dead eyes in
Yeah,
certain ways,
yeah,
he's not necessarily guaranteed to hit a dead eye every pass, but he has that in his bag. And
yeah,
yeah, as a Jets fan, I'm really excited. I'm glad we drafted an O lineman to go along next to him.
yeah.
And I think our future is bright. I love Zach Wilson. I'm gonna cop me a shirt, jersey, or something. And yeah, I'm all in on Zach Wilson.
His throws on the run are unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm excited. Madden, real life, everything. Zach
Oh,
Wilson all the way.
yeah, Max.
Yeah. Well, Zach Wilson, while he is no Trevor Lawrence, he was the clear-cut
Whoa,
next best quarter. He was the clear-cut next best quarterback.
Mhm.
Good, easy pick for the Jets.
Mhm.
Good pick for the Jets. He's going to come in. He's going to be better than Sam Darnold was.
Mhm.
I don't think it's very difficult to not do that, though.
Okay, he had mono. Okay, like you gotta think about all that. But
Mono makes you see ghosts.
no, mono does bad things to you. Listen, it does bad things to you. But listen, my take on this is that I just want to know, were those 2 games worth it? Like, I'm sorry, I'm just being honest. Were those 2 games worth it? You lost Trevor Lawrence. No, you lost Trevor Lawrence, a generational talent. Okay, he's a
generational prospect.
No. Okay. He's going to be. He's going to go from a generational prospect to a generational talent. He's going to be in the Hall of Fame one day. He's going to be
Zach Wilson too. What's up? Like, if he gets a piece.
Yeah, Zach Wilson is going to be. I'm sorry, he's going to have a mediocre career. Zach Wilson came from BYU, and the competition was not ACC competition.
Trevor is no guaranteed Hall of Famer.
No, he's not even close. No guarantee, but I just say it's his. I can.
Jacksonville.
He's going to have a way better future than Zach Wilson.
I mean, I've never witnessed a Jets have the worst record in the league, and I don't really want to. So I mean, yeah, the 2 wins were worth it. I mean, if there were no good quarterbacks outside of Lawrence, maybe that would suck. But we still have a guy to build around and got to get hyped for. So I'm glad we went 2-14, not 0-16.
Well, I guess, but
I don't want to endure 0-16. It's not worth it.
It's the guy no one knew his name last year, so I don't know. We'll see. Okay, now moving on to the third pick. Yeah, it is Trey Lance. The 49ers have selected him, and Max, tell us a little bit about the trade up.
Yeah, so the 49ers traded up they took the pick from Miami. They traded up, gave up a decent amount of draft capital in the future for it. So it was obvious that they knew they wanted their guy. Which were saying that it was Mac Jones. Kyle Shanahan wanted Mac Jones.
Yeah.
But apparently something had happened. The Zoom workouts and stuff. Apparently Trey Lance had come in and impressed. And they ended up taking the Trey Lance, which, while he is no Trevor Lawrence or Zach Wilson, dare I even say I don't have him higher than Mac Jones and Justin Fields.
Not even dare even say. It's like guaranteed say. I don't have him up there.
But I just don't think that we've seen enough out of him. While he does have potential to be great, I don't think we've seen enough out of him for me to say he is any type of sure thing out of a quarterback like I can say with Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. I mean, his sheer size is something. It's definitely something. But it's just, I don't know. Severin, what do you think?
Bro, Trey Lance, he's kind of like he only played 1 game the past year, which was just a 1 game. He didn't play spectacular, but he didn't play awful either.
No, but
the season before, he was basically the Joe Burrows of the FCS. Like, he didn't break the passing touchdowns record, but this man threw 28 touchdowns, 0 picks, ran for 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns, won the championship in his first year starting. He was basically like the complete golden child, the face of the FCS, and that's what put him on the map. Yeah. And yeah, he did shoot up the draft boards. He was supposed to be pictured as a raw prospect, but the narrative changed really, which is kind of interesting because he was pictured as a raw prospect, someone that needs a lot of time to develop. And then he hasn't really played, but the narrative kept changing to, he fits every box. He's a fast processor. And then all of a sudden out of nowhere, he benefited from COVID and everything, that about everything in person, because all of a sudden the narrative, I remember reading like mock drafts and stuff. He's going to be around the 15, great project. He has so many tools to. Now he's number 3. Like, wow, he's a fast processor. He's an accurate thrower. And like, to where they're talking, he has pretty much no holes in his game besides basically tape against real competition. But yeah, I mean, from what I hear, I mean, I didn't watch Trevor or Trey Lance in college, but from everything that everybody's saying about him, he fits every tool and he has a lot of potential, but he doesn't have quite the like arm spectacularity or accuracy of Lawrence.
Well, like you said he doesn't have those holes in his game, and that's what they think. But that's based on, like you said, not enough. Like, they don't have enough film against real competition. Like you said, the key word is FCS, not FBS. He's a golden child of the FCS. So it's like, I know you understand that, but it's like the 1 game he played is against Central Arkansas, and he played good, but he did not play that much better than Brian Smith, the Central Arkansas quarterback. which is like they barely beat Central Arkansas in his one game this year.
And the thing about North Dakota State is they are the top team. Like
Yeah.
they're always completely loaded. And
Yes. So that's why I'm like in my mind, I'm like, honestly, if I'm Justin Fields, I'm like, all right, bet, like thank you, because I'm gonna go out there with Chicago and show you why you messed up, why you should have picked me third instead of Trey Lance, because I think Trey Lance can be good, but Justin Fields is just better, and we saw that at Ohio State this entire year, beating Clemson, beating Trevor Lawrence. So I think he's shown it, and he should have been the third pick. But I mean, we'll see. Max, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that Fields and Mac Jones are both definitely better prospects here. I understand. Take Trey Lance. You want to take the shot on a good mobile quarterback, as has been the thing that led to the 49ers downfall in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. So I think they saw that and said, hey, we want to take our shot at a mobile quarterback. We think that this is going to fit our system and this is going to work since they are trying to win now. So I think they took the shot, and I respect them for that. I just don't think he was the best quarterback prospect available.
Yeah. Well, I can definitely respect them, like you said. It's just
yeah, and I mean, I respect Fields too. Fields is a very exciting prospect too. They just like basically Trey Lance. Just I mean, I guess like the uncertainty, potential, all the tools.
All right. Well, so the fourth pick was held by the Atlanta Falcons, and they picked up Kyle Pitts, tight end, first pick of the draft that was not a quarterback. What do you guys think about the pick, Severin?
Bro, is a cheat code. Like it's not fair. Like I mean, like you look at him, he don't look like a huge tight end, but this man is 6'6", 245, and he like if you're a linebacker, like you getting cooked by him. Like let's say like an elite cover linebacker. I mean, rookie year you might be able to have a hope of guarding him, but get that man time to develop, and he's a good quarterback. And you put him one-on-one, you have to double team him. And yeah, that man's a little like he can just go up and get any ball he wants. He can go deep, block, go short, run routes. He's just and he has a huge wingspan.
Yeah,
Performed great at his pro day, being able to lift.
Yeah.
Like
it's kind of scary. Like you walk up as a defense and you see Julio Jones and you see this guy Kyle Pitts and you're like, these are some big guys. Like, geez, that's a tough receiving core right there. That really is. So Max, what do you think?
Yeah, Matt Ryan's happy right now. He sees,
definitely.
Oh, I got somebody else great to throw the ball to. Man is an absolute monster.
Oh yeah,
it was huge. I don't know why, but Cameron Jordan made comments that he's a little bit too small to be a blocking tight end.
He looks slight of frame, but like he can.
I don't see it. He's a great blocking tight end as well as he is out in open field. So I think aside from the quarterback play, he's clear-cut best prospect in this draft. Glad to see that he got drafted this high where he deserved to be.
Well, yeah, I agree with you guys. I watched this film from University of Florida, and he's just an insane route runner, especially for his size. So I think he's going to be very successful in the NFL. So let's move on to the fifth pick, the Cincinnati Bengals. They picked up Jamar Chase from LSU. And I know we're about to say that connection that he's about to have with Joe Burrow. So talk about that, Severin.
Yeah, so there was a debate about like when we just came out the national championship, we saw Devontae Smith absolutely like explode, go off in the national championship on Ohio State, and it looked like wow, he's the first receiver off the board. And then again, as the time goes on, there's less and less hype around him. But yeah, Jamar Chase, the year before Devontae Smith took over college football, he was the king of receiving. And yeah, he's a fantastic prospect. He has that rapport with Joe Burrows. And I think the biggest factor was they're both outstanding prospects is the fact that Jamar Chase is better at going up and getting that ball and bringing it in rather than Devontae Smith's route running. I think they just wanted a player who could go get it rather than someone who's going to have to get open.
And moving on to the sixth pick of the draft, we have Jalen Waddle, drafted by the Miami Dolphins out of Alabama. So Max, what's your take on the pick?
Yeah, Miami traded down for some future draft capital. They knew they could get somebody they wanted, and what they did, what we saw a couple times in this draft where you pair up a couple college teammates. They paired Tua with Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle, a really explosive wide receiver. He's great in run after the catch situations. I really like this pick because now he adds a target for Tua, so he can go start to develop more.
Yeah.
with this Miami Dolphins offense, as well as you add a really great special teams player
Mm-hmm.
because Jalen Waddle does have that explosiveness on the special teams. So he's going to come in probably, well, I mean, is he better than Devontae Smith?
Well,
I don't know.
the thing that I was gonna say is personally, if I'm the GM, I really like. I was looking at Jalen Waddle's stats earlier, and he's like he. Don't get me wrong, he's a great player, but just I wouldn't have taken him over Devontae Smith, and there's no doubt in my mind I would have taken Devontae Smith first, unless you're the GM and you sat down with Tua, and then he tells you he wants Jalen Waddle, which I assume they would have asked his opinion. I assume they would, but
I don't know because he's only played a year.
yeah. So I'm not
Interesting.
too sure. I'm not too sure what went on there, but I think Devontae Smith, he went pick number 10. I think he was just a better overall player. I mean, Heisman Trophy winner. So I don't know.
Yes, the NFL valuing physical traits and tools over stats, which I guess with receivers, I like to do that a lot because they just want someone who's fast, strong, and can get down the field.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on to the 7th pick of the draft. The Detroit Lions selected Penei Sewell. He is the one of the best offensive linemen in the last few years. Everyone's been talking about out of Oregon, and the Lions. He slipped down to number 7 to the Lions. So what do you guys think about this pick?
Yeah, I know Max a Chargers fan. They had a rough O-line this past year. He wants his Herbert protection, so I'll let him talk about what he could have had with the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to see. I wanted to hopefully have him slip and see if we could grab him with the Chargers, and which would have been another college teammate connection with Herbert being out of Oregon.
Yeah.
But he was the clear-cut best offensive lineman in the draft, I'd say.
Yeah.
Not like.
Yeah. But when you look at it, Rashawn Slater still slid to pick 13, which was really good for you guys. So so I think. I mean, it's like you didn't get the guy who you really wanted, but you still got someone who's really great for the 13th pick at the position you needed.
Yeah, Slater's a solid offensive lineman. I'm happy we got to draft him.
Yeah.
I say with the improvements we made over free agency, Chargers are going to have the top half of the league offensive line this year compared to our bottom 5 of last year, which is a thing that I'm glad we did instead. Or I'm glad. That's why I'm thankful for the Bengals for not drafting Penei Sewell, because they're another team that had big offensive line issues.
Yeah.
But they went with Jamar Chase, which let Penei Sewell slide, which let Rashawn Slater slide. So I'm happy overall with how things played out.
Yeah. I think it'll work out well for you guys this year. So moving on to the 8th pick, the Carolina Panthers selected J.C. Horn, cornerback out of South Carolina. And I'll start us off with this one. But personally, I thought we would have gone with someone, maybe Rashawn Slater. Definitely, we would have.
What about a quarterback?
Yeah, kind of need one of those.
I'm not going to say that, but
no,
definitely something you consider.
No. I think we're on the Sam Darnold train right now. We're
all right.
Yeah. We're on the Sam Darnold train. We're gonna go let him do his thing for at least a year or two, just to see. But I think that if Penei Sewell would have slid to number 8, definitely the Carolina Panthers would have selected him. But they go with the cornerback right there, which is not a bad pick. Helps out the defense a lot. They do need that in the cornerback position because they were struggling this year. But Severin, what do you think?
Yeah, J.C. Horn, he's someone. There's a lot of debate between him and Patrick Surtain, which Patrick Surtain was a fantastic defensive player.
Yeah.
In my eyes, he's the best defensive player in the class. But J.C. Horn is a better man-to-man cover corner, so I guess it depends on the scheme they decide to go with Horn. And then as far as the quarterback situation goes, I think you definitely should have considered someone like Justin Fields, someone really talented that could elevate your team. But if you did make that trade for Sam Darnold, I think if you bring in a quarterback, it completely crushes Sam Darnold's confidence because he already had it crushed in the Jets by them getting traded. I think if you want any hopes of building a team around him and making him succeed, trading away Teddy Bridgewater and putting your faith in him was a smart decision if you like Sam Darnold as a prospect. So I can understand why they wouldn't want to bring in competition, mess up the quarterback room.
Yeah. And I know Sam Darnold will recover because mono is a devastating thing. And he went through a lot these first few years. So not the best O-line either. We know that. So I know that he's going to come back and he can do something special with the Carolina Panthers because he is a good player. He just needs to relax, take his time, and attack this year with the Panthers. Max, what do you think about the pick?
I mean, I like the pick in J.C. Horn as a player. I don't know if he fits what the Panthers needed.
Yeah.
I've never really been a Sam Darnold fan.
Mm-hmm.
I've always thought it wasn't there.
He hasn't shown he has it yet, but
Yeah. But I do like the pick in J.C. Horn as a player. He's a solid corner, easily top 2 corners in the draft. So I think they got a solid player out of that.
You guys think that they should have taken Rashawn Slater, or you think you guys would have stuck with J.C. Horn?
I would have gone Justin Fields personally. But Rashawn Slater would have helped a lot. But I think there's no problem with J.C. Horn. Either way you go. I mean, I would have liked to adjust the quarterback position, but yeah, showing up your secondary, you think you have an elite cornerback, that's something that's valuable. I have no problem with J.C. Horn.
Yeah. All right, so on to the 9th pick, the Denver Broncos, like Severin just said, they decided to pick Patrick Surtain and cornerback out of Alabama. Like Severin said, they a lot of debate on who was the best defensive player, who was the best corner, and these two guys were at the top of the level. I guess Carolina decided that J.C. Horn was better for them, and Denver was obviously happy to take Patrick Surtain at the 9th pick. So, Severin, what do you think?
Yeah, like I said, I think Surtain was the best defensive player in this draft. He led Alabama. It wasn't Alabama's best defense of all time, but their offense was so ridiculous. They just need, which they still were elite because it's Alabama. And Patrick Surtain is someone that can come in and be a leader. He showed that he had those leadership skills, and he was just an all-around monster at Alabama, and he's definitely going to be an impact player at the next level. What about you, Max?
Yeah, I do think he's going to be one of those impact corners. He's going to come in, week out, lock down your opposing team's wide receivers. He's going to come in. He's going to be solid. I don't see really many holes in his game.
Yeah.
So I think, like, he showed that all season last season, did not let up many completions at all. His 3rd and 4th down stats, I don't think he let up. If he might have let up 1 completion in total. So he had a monster season last year, and I think he's going to continue that coming into the league.
Yes. So on to the 10th pick by the Philadelphia Eagles, and the last pick that we will go over in this video, other than a little bit of quarterback talk that we'll get into after this pick, but is Devontae Smith at Alabama, wide receiver, and we know that we had a little bit of debate on if he should have gone number 6 to Miami, and he ended up going to number 10 to Philadelphia, and Philadelphia actually did trade up with Dallas to get that pick. So, Severin, what's your take on the pick?
Yeah, Smith had the ability to team up with Tua, but instead he gets to team up with Jalen Hurts. Just Alabama players everywhere. Just shows what kind of program they have. Yeah. But Devontae Smith, he's someone who's an elite route runner, incredible hands. He's definitely going to come in and be an absolute monster in the gym, making sure he's working out.
Oh yeah,
and just making sure that he's right. And I don't know if there's a harder worker in this draft. And to me, he's a humble guy. He showed up the Heisman, winning the Heisman Trophy, first wide receiver in many years. I think it's been over 2 decades. And yeah, he's just a monster of a player, and he's going to come in and he's going to be productive. I have no doubt about that. Yeah. It's a matter of, can he be the best receiver in the league where he's like killing double teams every time?
Yeah.
In like the red zone area. But to me, outside of the red zone area, if you're concerned about his size, as long as he doesn't get hurt, he doesn't have a history of, he will be a monster.
Yeah, for me, it's him getting hurt, because he can definitely be a monster and he can attack those defenses. But when he's running crossing routes and those big giant NFL linebackers are there trying to blindside him, you never know what's going to happen. So as long as he can stay healthy in those situations where he's getting double teamed, I think he will be productive immediately. But Max, what do you think?
Yeah, I witnessed his greatness firsthand. He torched my favorite college team in the national championship this season. He's shown he's extremely tough as a wide receiver for his size. He'll go out, run amazing routes, cook entire defenses. He's an amazing player, obviously shown by he won the Heisman. I think the Eagles made a really good decision in trading up for this pick. And he's definitely going to be a top wide receiver in the league, provided he does not get hurt.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was our review on the top 10 picks of the NFL draft. So we're just going to talk really quickly for a few minutes about the quarterbacks. So we had 1, 2, and 3. We had Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, and we talked a little bit about why we think Trey Lance could have been exchanged with Justin Fields and a few other guys. But Max, just take us like, how do you think the order of the quarterbacks? What's your opinion on it? Like, how do you think it all worked out?
I mean, Lawrence Wilson, obvious 1-2.
Yeah.
Lance, I don't know if I'd put him at 5 personally, and then I'd give Justin Fields a slight edge over Mac Jones, just in terms of what we've seen coming out of them during their college careers.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think, and you look at, it's a big difference when you look at North Dakota State versus Alabama. Like, that's obviously like extremely low level to the best team every single year.
But look at who Mac Jones is playing with, though. Like, you can't dream of a better situation. Like, you can't even.
No, you can't. But the recruiting was there. Like, recruiting is not a simple process for high school recruiters, and they didn't see Trey Lance. There's nothing against him, but they didn't see him, and they definitely saw.
But like Zach Wilson, they didn't see Zach Wilson. He better play than Mac Jones.
Well, I guess we'll see, but is he really? Like, I mean, he's a good.
I believe Zach Wilson is a better player than Mac Jones.
I believe Zach Wilson is overrated. I'm sorry, but Zach Wilson's overrated. Okay, he's gonna be good this year, but like
you would have taken Mac Jones over Zach Wilson?
No way. But I'm saying the discrepancy between Trevor Lawrence up here, Zach Wilson's here. Like Trevor Lawrence is it, and he's ready now. I know Zach Wilson might be amazing. You know, I might eat my words. I hope I do, because he could be great. But like, seriously,
his arm talent.
Yeah,
is ridiculous. Yeah,
he also has a lot of talent, but like, I just can't deny Trevor Lawrence is like.
He's a safer bet. He is.
All right. Well, I think that is the end of the video. But I want to clarify. I don't want to trash Zach Wilson. Okay, like, I'm not.
Just did, bro.
Okay, bro. Listen. Love you, Zach Wilson. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This is Sports Realm. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share this everywhere. And also, we're going to try to get some live streams going in the next few weeks, but we'll let you know how that works. And TikToks also. So we're just trying to expand every platform that we can. But
Matt, at Sports Realm Media, hit us on everything.
So at Sports Realm Media, everything. Max, take us out of here.
Sports Realm out.